29, 28 questions.
Yeah.
That's a series, bro. I've never spoken. That's in one of my list to do. Wait, always.
Okay, Prabhu.
9, 28 questions. What is it?
No, I think some video of yours only played.
Okay, so we can add to our do list
Okay, bro.
that one.
I think that is already in to list, bro. Next question.
There's a lot of pending things on my bucket. Or maybe we can read something from Bhagavatam if wanted, and we can go from there. Any particular topic.
I wanted to share some of these questions, Prabhu, before you start series today.
Share some of the questions.
I mean, some of the things from expression. I think Rachana Mataji also
No,
starting mentioned, yeah.
no, I think that has to be a proper systematic
Okay, Prabhu.
series. We just don't want to touch here and there because it has a set of questions, um, and there's a flow between the questions. And Yaksha asks not just one question. Sometimes he has four questions in one sloka, and it has sequence of and deeper meaning. I think it'll be a systematic study of Yaksha Prashna will be better, and giving a proper background to the story. And why this all happened because of Duryodhana was trying to do something to Pandavas. And it's a quite interesting story before that. If there's nothing, that's fine. We can continue
Prabhu,
chanting.
I have a question, Prabhu. Sorry.
Okay, sure.
So why, when Parikshit Maharaj got cursor, so at the time he wore one crown. So whose crown he wore, Prabhu? Like,
Crown. You wore a crown of someone.
yeah.
I have no idea. He's a king. So is there
Yeah.
any? Looks like the question has answered that you heard or you know something. So I don't know. You can share.
No, I heard two, because of, he wore the crown of Duryodhana from Nadia Kishore Das, and heard another devotee here. So they said, um, they were from, who is that guy? I forget that name. So,
But what is the message? That's
like, why Parikshit Maharaj did that dead snake he put in that says. So why he got curse? He wanted to die, 7 days. Like Parikshit Maharaj got a curse from the sage, sun. Am I right, Prabhu?
yeah.
So why he did that sin?
Okay. So how does that relate to crown?
Because he got a mode of ignorance at the time. That's the reason he played like that. So mm, that's the reason he mischieved.
I don't. I seriously don't know that story or where the source of the story. I don't.
Okay,
But the crown comes.
Prabhu, a few days ago, I remember we were reading this Narsimha Kavachas mantra in this session only. So their particular words came that's Madhyam Patu Hiranyaksha Vaksha Kushik Vidarna. So why it is mentioned as Hiranyaksh when Narsimhadev actually killed Hiranyakashipu?
There, bro, you have to point me that one.
In Narsim Kavach mantra, there is a stotra Madhyam Patu Hiranyaksha Vaksha Kushi Vidarana Nabhim Me Patu Narahari Swanabhi Brahma Samstutah. So the
Which is from the Srimad Bhagavatam Kavacham?
generally we reach that Narsimha Kavacha mantra, stotra, right?
From ISKCON Desert Prabhu.
On ISKCON Desert Tree.
Sri Narsim Kaucham.
Okay.
I think 13 sloka 13, I guess.
Let me find out.
Let me post the link over here so that we can open it. Yeah, I pasted the link in the chat room.
Okay. Point me to which one?
Madhyam Patu. Can you just search for Madhyam, Madhyam, or Hiranyaksh? Anything.
Yeah, Madhyam Patu Hiranya Akshah Vakshah Ukshi Vidarnaha Nabinne Patumaraha Vanabhi Brahma Samstita. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea why Hiranyaksha has been mentioned here. Good catch, I don't know. Nothing, I don't know.
And today, for the first time, bro, I was not aware that Janaka is a post and not a person.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
always thought.
That's true. Janaka is a post.
Okay.
It's not a person. Many people had, for example, the king name was Kshiradvaja, but generally known as Janaka because of their generation after generation that title has been carried.
So in Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna says that I am the Janaka, so is he referring to Mother Sita's father, or in general the post?
So there are two situations, two different commentaries being given on this one. One is Krishna, when he was speaking Bhagavad Gita, he remembered his previous father-in-law. It's a funny way of telling. So he remembered his father-in-law's father, but therefore he mentioned. But Janaka was a great karma yogi. Sita's father was a great karma yogi. But also, it is said that Janaka, at one point of time, he was so self-realized person. Mm, Yagnyavaikar comes to him and teaches him every day. At one point of time, but he doesn't start his class until Janaka comes. And the students all thought that this is because he's king, is favoring the king. Even though we are sitting here, he doesn't want to start because he's king. He's giving importance to the position. Understanding the lower mood of the disciples, the Guru wanted to teach them the position of Janaka Maharaj. This is all Upanishad stories. Again, exactly not mention of whether this is Mother Sita's father or the previous king. We don't know. But the purpose of why Krishna took his name is this reason is because at that point of time, Janaka comes and then he sits in the class. The class goes on. Suddenly, what happened? There was a fire drill. A fire caught in the palace, and many things got burnt, and everything was. And all the disciples started running everywhere, here and there. And then the whole thing was ashed out, except Janaka was sitting as he was, and the teacher was sitting as he was sitting. After some time, everything came back to normal. It was an illusory thing created by the Guru. And then the disciples all came back and he said, "Why did you all run?" And he said, "Well, it's a fire, so we have to save our life." You see, Janaka was sitting here, and the Guru asked, "Why didn't you run?" He said, "I'm not this body. What I want to be here in present when you're teaching, I'm just hearing to what you say. That's all." So you taught us what it means by body and soul. So when the disciples heard this one, they understood the position of Janaka Maharaj and why the Guru was giving importance to him in that sense. Therefore, just by following Karma Yoga alone, one can come to the realization of Jnana Yogi. One does not need to, that's exactly what Bhagavad Gita teaches. One can either finish Karma Yoga and enter into the Jnana Yoga part, or not necessary. They can still continue to be in Karma Yoga and attain the same result of what Jnana Yogi attains. That's teachings of Bhagavad Gita from the fourth chapter, third, fourth, and fifth chapter. And that's the additional point why Krishna mentioned Janaka's name over there.
Okay.
Some say it is Sita's father, to be easily understood that keep it as simple as Sita's father, therefore is a self-realized soul. And that again connects to the same point of where Janaka, who is completely self-realized and detached person, he himself got attached when the Swayamvaram thing happened. At that point of time, Rama comes in front of Janaka, and then Panigrahanam. In marriage, only two things are very important: Panigrahanam, Saptapati. Now, those things are not even taking place, unfortunately, because the marriage is not complete until you do Pani Grahanam, the boy's hand on the top and girls, and then they do Grahanam, hold of the hands together. Pani Grahanam, Saptapati is 7 steps that I have to take. That's when marriage is officially, Vedic marriage is concluded. And I've seen some marriages, Saptapati doesn't even take place. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, yes, and the Panik Raganam point out, Yem Sita Mama Sutta Saga Dharma Charitava. This is Valmiki sloka. And Valmiki, that is Janaka Maharaj is telling to Rama, Yem Sita Mama Sutta. This Sita is my daughter. This is where the Gita problem started, Bhagavad Gita problem started. The first sloka, Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveda Yutsava, Makaha. Ma Makaha means what? My children. Ma Maka, Pandava's children. There only differentiated between these two and we got attached, my children, my children. Here also Janaka Maharaj, Mama Sutta, my daughter. Well, you are a self-realized soul. How can you say my daughter? The commentaries give so beautiful explanation that it says that Sita's qualities are so great, even a self-realized person like Janaka Maharaj tells this is my daughter. He is captivated by the qualities of his daughter, not out of this is my daughter born from me and how we all get attached to a family. That's not based on those attachments. Our nature and qualities and that character makes her himself to come to a point of telling this is my daughter, like that. So I don't know why it came here, but this connection. Therefore, for these reasons, Krishna took the name of Janaka over there in Bhagavad Gita. Janakadeyaha. And then he's told himself also, that's another example. Any other questions which I can answer? That's an interesting Kavacha point that you made. I don't know why. Maybe a scholar, Sanskrit scholar should say something on that.
I think Gopal Prabhu asked me and I was not able to answer. So
No, it's a good thought. Why Madhyam Patu Hiranyakshara Vakshara? I don't know if there's any commentaries on, only the acharyas can reveal these things. There should be some commentaries on these things. I'll find out if I can. Anything else?
and few days ago, Rachna Mataji also asked a question that for grahasthas, should we be completing our deity worship before chanting or after is okay?
No, you should have your schedule. Whatever the time schedule that you set, do at that particular time, and then make your chanting around that particular time. So the best thing is to, is only as Romapa Swami Maharaj says, this only best thing is time is to set a time. Whatever you're doing, set a time and stick on to the time to do that should be the nice practice that we all have to practice. It shouldn't be whenever we want, wherever we want, however we want to do, and that doesn't bring a discipline. So I'm not going to do at this time, at that time. Every family situation, how your children and many things differs. Therefore, you set a time and follow the time. Try to follow as much as possible strictly. Right? So some of us may chant few runs before and then do the arti at that particular time and come back and chant the rest of the rounds. Or some of them finish all the 16 rounds and then do the arti. It's just your individual thing rather than dictating this is how it should be. Rachna Mata, is that okay?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, one more question was there. Uh, like, for example, like if we want to, like if we are going somewhere and the deities are at home, so how should we offer the services to the deities?
Going for somewhere for a
Some
day,
day,
come back.
for some days, for example, if we go to India, and like then how can we offer services? And if we have no one around us to who can take care of the deities, and how should we do that?
If you don't have someone to take care of the deities, then you simply rest the deities and take their permission and take the picture of their deities, and wherever you're going, you continue the worship over there. If you have a shaligram, then you can carry the shaligram. It's too small to be small. Hopefully, you don't have hundreds of shaligram. Then carrying is a difficult thing. So you have a few shaligrams, then you can take shaligram with you, and as the other deities that you have can be listed. A Shaligram can be a representative of other deities. You can continue the worship wherever you go with the deities. Shaligram, do the short arti and offer some milk, fruits, whatever you can. If you have Shaligram. Otherwise, picture is fine.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, why Raghuvamsha, Rama is in Raghuvamsha, right? Can you tell something about Raghu Maharaj? Some qualities of Raghu Maharaj? We know only one or two, but not much. So
From the Raghu Vamsa.
Raghu Maharaj, why Rama belongs to Raghuvamsha, right? In Ishwaku dynasty, Raghu Maharaj is one of the king, and down below is the Rama, right? Dashrata and Rama. Why Rama is called Raghuram and things? So just wanted to, what are the qualities of Raghu Maharaj? And if you
like
have any.
like how Yadu Maharaj was greatly mentioned, therefore Yadavas and Yadukula became for Krishna. Raghu was also a great devotee, and I cannot recollect all the stories of this time, but he's one of the special person. That's how he's been identified and his name has been carried. But I can do some studies and get back to you on his history later.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not a chat GPT. My knowledge is limited. I have to prepare for everything. Okay, anything else? Yeah, Prabhu, you had something to share.
Actually, just when Rachna Mataji was speaking about this Mahajan topic, I remembered few points from the yesterday's hearing. So it was said that what are the base qualities of us Mahajan or a pure devotee for that matter. So there were 4 points were mentioned. One is living without pretending.
Mm.
So the example is that many times we devotees, when some, like for example a question is asked, we don't know the answer. We will try to say speculate something and give give an answer rather than just accepting that we don't know the answer. So that is what we should not do. I mean, this just one of the example was given. There are many examples that whenever we are carrying out uh, our behavior and everything, it should not be pretentious. We should be very simple at heart. Simply, this particular item showcases a simplicity. If we are simple in our life, if our lifestyle is simple, we don't need to pretend in front of other devotees. So that was the one of the point mentioned, quality of a Mahajan. Second is,
Can I say something on
yeah,
that before you?
yeah,
It really helps to be as you are and accept the truth. The reason is just simply because if you pretend, it makes it very stressful for that person to continue be potential for rest of the life, to maintain what lies or what he did, to remember.
yeah,
People are not fools to not note what you are doing and how you are. Rather, naturally accept the truth. Otherwise, you have to remember to Amoghana Prabhu, I told that I chant 62 rounds. To Kantarao Prabhu or Gopal Prabhu, I told that I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and finish my. It's very difficult. Just say that what you are, it makes it easy for us. Let people decide how you are. If they want to judge you and do things how whatever they think about yourself, that's their problem. But you be truthful in what you're doing, how you convey, and how you present yourself. Just be natural. That's how, I mean, that's a principle key that we all have to follow. It's just typical. We don't have to fool people by fooling ourselves.
yes.
Yeah, nice point. Thank you.
The second point which mentioned was hearing without defending. Many a times it happens that when we are talking with people, with devotees, like instead of completely listening what they are saying, we just start bringing up points in our mind. He has said this, I will counteract with this particular point. Or rather than fully listening to that person, we are just building our mind on things, we are trying to defend ourselves, or someone is trying something, talking something about us or against the points which we are making. Instead of listening to that person, we are just trying to defend ourselves. So that is something we should not be doing. We should completely listen to that particular person, and we should defend only if it is necessary. Otherwise we can just let it go. so one of the examples was shared that one time a particular devotee was giving a class, and the points which he made was exactly from the purport and what Prabhupada is also making. But another god brother sitting in the one Prabhupada disciple only, he just got up and tried to correct that this is not the right way to do it, and corrected him. So that particular devotee, he accepted that okay and kept quiet. So later on, when the disciples reached out to the devotee that whatever you said was from the purport, so the devotee said, yeah, that is true. I know that it is whatever I said is correct, but the other devotee was my senior god brother, so he's trying to correct me. So I am accepting that this is something which Krishna wants me to hear, so it's okay. So there is no point in correcting the other person uh, just for sake for case of defending myself. Whatever he said, it is also another perspective which Prabhupada said. What I said, that is also right. His way might not be correct, but there is no point of me going and defending what I have said. So so that is very quality which I also liked. Like it's something very difficult to practice, but yes, we should try to do that, because at our level we directly, as soon as someone says something wrong about us, we try to go ahead and defend about it. So rather than trying to defend, we can many times we can just accept it if it is not something against our character or something like that.
Mm. And we can apply the same thing in our preaching also with Bhakti Vikshas and other groups. When argumental things, you can feel that some heat-up conversation may start and contradictory things may come. At that time, we can keep it light and move on, rather than getting and disturbing others. Also get involved, two people conversing and arguing, and then this move spoils the whole mood. That thing can be taken offline if necessary.
Yeah. And this particular thing, hearing without defending, that showcases our humility, our tolerance, because this is the time we can practice humility and tolerance. Outside in the world, many a times we try to follow, but in with the devotees itself, sometimes when we have this heated kind of arguments, we forget all kind of tolerance and forget all kind of humility. So this is that opportunity we get to practice it, so we should practice it at that time. Third thing which was mentioned was speaking without offending. So first is living without pretending, second is hearing without defending, third is speaking without offending. Many times it happens that we just the choice of our words is not good. Just because we want to say something, we will, because we are angry on that person, we are always choosing something uh, uh, which is which is not good. So just for an example, the example which was shared was that in brahmachari ashram, it happened that one particular brahmachari was not following the proper rules and regulations and the standards of a brahmachari ashram, and it was said that that person is a hypocrite. So it was corrected, no, he's not a hypocrite, he's a good devotee and all those things. But again and again the same complaint was coming up that he's a hypocrite, he's a hypocrite, he's a hypocrite. So at that time it was said that he's not a hypocrite, it is just that he is unable, he is not qualified to follow the standards of that particular ashram at that particular point. So so it is this principle, the main concept is the same, that person is not able to, but instead of using the word hypocrite, it would have been explained better. So that is something that we should be not offend even while speaking. So we have to be very cautious, especially a leader. Whenever he's talking with people around, the choice of words should be very precise and not offending anyone.
Really nice.
Yeah, and this shows the quality of sensitivity.
Somewhere I heard, I don't know where I heard this one. Somewhere I heard a similar one where one great scientist, Einstein, I can't remember who, but he said among the audience, he was giving a presentation. Among the audience, he said 50% of people sitting here are fools. And then people got offended. And then he immediately corrected. He said, 50% sitting here are intelligent people. He changed the dialogue. So it implies what the other 50 people are, 50% is, right? So it's just the same message, but how you present it, the skills of using the right words,
Yeah.
important. Otherwise, it might definitely hurt people feeling and get into problems.
And the fourth point was love without expecting. So many a times it happens that we guide some devotees or we help some people. The whole point is we are expecting something in return out of that. Maybe a glorification, maybe an at least an appreciation or an acknowledgement of that thing which we did. So the whole point is when we do some services or love someone, it should be an expansion of love of God. It should be a expansion of a compassion for that person. It should not be something out of and expecting something in return. So that showcase the selflessness and compassion in our heart and love for of the Lord. So these are the 4 points which I liked, and this actually in line with what Rachna Mataji said about Brahma's humility, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's compassion. So I just felt that these 4 points are related to that.
That summarizes Rachna's presentation very nicely. So I'm sure Hanta Mataji has taken note of these 4 points will be presented in the notes.
So living without pretending, that showcases simplicity. Hearing without defending showcase humility and tolerance. Speaking without offending showcases sensitivity, and loving without expecting showcases selflessness and compassion.
Very good. Okay. Anything else?
Thank you, Prabhu. For the practical reasons, right? Yes, we should not expect anything. We should love and we should work for Krishna. From the material perspective, means in a practical way, still whatever we work, at least people means okay. I can, yes, we need to work for Krishna, but sometimes, no, there is a hollow, like we'll feel like, okay, maybe we may not feel completely love of Krishna, and we are also, because of all this knowledge, we are not in the position of enjoying these material things also. So I see, I mean, I feel like there is a little gap. So, I mean, maybe that is a transition phase. How one, in practical way, how one has to uh, be there. I don't know whether I put my question correctly, but just
Prabhu, you can answer.
I'm trying to, the prompt has a lot of things. So I'm trying to process the prompt by asking the right question back. Summarize, summarize what you're trying to ask. So easy for us. I
okay.
heard there's a
Yeah.
gap. You said there's a gap, and gap between what and what?
Gap between the ideal philosophy and what we are.
Yes, Prabhu. Suppose, okay, maybe I can put one just example, Prabhu. Suppose I'm watching a movie, or just maybe I feel like happy. Okay, I know that I shouldn't watch movie, and whatever we do, I work for Krishna, and because as we are part of the material world and material body, somewhere if I don't feel like, means soul happiness is with Krishna's pleasure and all, but still material uh, body or material things still require some of the things. uh, I don't know whether. So what I'm saying is, ideally, whatever we feel the real happiness as a soul happiness with all this compassion and all, I am not at the stage of enjoying those happiness. And for this material happiness also, I don't know that I don't want to go for it. So there is a gap.
I think that question applicable to all of them. It's just not we. And that is why we are simply called as practitioners.
Yes, Prabhu, because for everything. So, because normally here the people do the above our material, I mean, we should extend ourselves and we should try to do above the material uh, difficulties, but we cannot avoid all the time. I have to stick to work with the material difficulties. Like, suppose if I wanted to get up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., maybe one day I can get up, but I cannot get up all the days because my body doesn't help me. Means I have to give that rest, whatever I need to give to my body. You understood my questions, Prabhu, because just I'm trying to see the gap. So, in the transition thing, how we really, because we are really continuing. One thing is, yes, I have a faith. If I follow the process, I will go there. But still, sometime uh, stuck in these things. So maybe there should be a balance, but somehow missing those things.
Are you asking this question for someone else or for you, Yogi?
So, see, basically, the thing is, whenever we hear something ideal, we should understand that the first thing is acknowledging that we are not at that level, but we should have a desire to reach at that level. That is a starting point. Once we acknowledge that we are not at that level, and then second is we have the desire to reach at that level. Third thing is like, what should I do to reach at that level? We have to understand some things we can achieve in a day, some things we can achieve in a month, some things we can achieve in a year, some things which will take lifetimes. It has different categories, but the whole point is at least we should have the desire and should strive for that. Once you start striving for it, then things you can pray to the Lord, you can do the action, you can pray to the Lord and wait for the mercy. And definitely it has observed that till now, I mean, everyone has seen in their life, whenever you start doing something with a discipline, Krishna is merciful enough to grant you that particular desire which you are thinking, spiritual desire which you are planning for or craving for. So, for example, you spoke about waking up. Generally, people who are not these spiritual practitioners, they wake up at 7:30, 6 o'clock, or what if their children are waking, not having early school, definitely they will wake up late. But we as devotees, when we tried for the very first time, it was difficult, but now everyone is able to do it. And in St. Louis, like 4:30 devotees are coming and logging on. It means they have woken up at least 4 o'clock. So this is something which was not achievable earlier, is now achievable. It's just because someone has tried to do it, had a desire for it, tried to do it, and one day they achieved it. So always we have to understand that there is something which is ideal. Last time also I explained the same thing. This we want to reach here and we are here. So we should understand there is a gap and we should start working towards it. Once you start working towards it, if you pray to the Lord, Krishna is going to grant you that particular item. Even in this material world, even if you want to become a great athlete, or even if you want to lose your weight, you have to exercise, you have to do portion control. If you don't exercise, if you don't do portion control, there is no way you are going to lose your weight.
Yeah, gradual steps of keeping the
Yes.
effort and growing.
Yeah, and the something is like when you talk about happiness, definitely because of this conditionings, we are not able to perceive that happiness in Krishna conscious activities, or we are not able to sustain ourselves in that Krishna conscious position. forever. We just move like a pendulum. We get into Krishna consciousness, we get this bliss, and then next moment we are back into our material life, enjoying sense gratification. So we have to understand that we are moving in here and there. Try to increase the duration of being in Krishna consciousness. So today, so for example, today I am at that position. I enjoy that bliss only when I go to the temple. Moment I come outside the temple, I do not have any Krishna conscious activities. Okay, from today I am going to chant one round. Slowly and steadily, you try to increase that thing. Try to your ideal goal is your entire 24 by 7 you are Krishna conscious. That is the ideal thing. But currently I am at only position like once a week, one for 1 hour I am Krishna conscious. So this is your journey from that 1 hour to 24 by 7. So what all things you need to do, acharyas have already explained. Shastras are there to help us, guidance, guru, sadhu and shastra, all three things are there. We have to take that guidance and follow the steps. That is the only thing we can do. Everyone is striving for, not just you, everyone over here is striving for the same thing. There is something ideal, everyone is trying to achieve that. Not with the pride in the heart, with humility in the heart. Does that answer,
Sure.
Mataji?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Do you want to add on something?
No.
Prabhuji, can I say one example, Prabhuji?
Yeah, go ahead.
Real time. I recently experienced. I'm longing from so long. Like I want to do big distribution since proper like that service. And from 1 year or 8 months after I come to Krishna conscious, when I listen like book distribution is very auspicious thing. Prabhupada likes, or it's very good thing. But I have that wish, but I didn't get chance. Um, slowly, I thought, Krishna, please give me. I, like that, I desired so many times, but I didn't get any opportunity. But when I got holidays, everyone will do like what they like, right? In that way, I thought like in these 4 days, I want to utilize for book distribution because normal time I didn't get chance because of work and everything. Then I felt like I just prayed for Krishna. Then gradually I called to two of the Prabhuji and one Prabhuji and one Mataji, and I asked like, is there any chance? Then they told like they are not going for book distribution. Then I thought like, Prabhuji, would you be able to give me some books? I'll try to give in my neighbors. Like that I went and asked. Then when I went, Prabhuji asked, is anyone coming with you? Like the Prabhuji asked, no Prabhuji, I don't have my friends who is in Krishna consciousness. But then Prabhuji tried to help me with some other person so that I'll not be going alone. But still somehow we didn't get some any other Prabhuji or Mataji. Then I thought like, be careful Mataji, you preach like this Prabhuji told. Then I told like in one of the Janmashtami day I did Prabhuji. I have some awareness. I'll do carefully only Prabhuji. Like that I told, and I took the books. And Prabhuji gave me that case 16 Bhagavad Gita's. I bought them home. And next day morning, I went to the bus by putting two books. I went to the. I thought I can buy one thing or two things for the Thanksgiving shopping. But meanwhile, at the bus stop, when I'm waiting, I thought like I have two books. I need to reach out to someone. I need to ask for taking the books. Luckily, within that waiting of 10 to 15 minutes, I saw one of the lady going on that way. I asked, would you be able to have this Bhagavad Gita? It's very auspicious if you read your life. I don't know how to say or anything, but luckily Krishna only made me to preach like however I want to say so that they'll get convinced. She took the book and she paid me $15 ZLA. And the next moment when I'm trying to see when any other person is going, one person is staying in the car. He's thinking that I want to cross the road and he's stopping. But I thought like I'm looking for a person. He don't know that. Then I told like, I explained in expressions like I'm not crossing, but he's smiling and his positive attitude made me to go towards his car and ask me, would you like to take the book? Then he told like he have only $4. Then I told like, do you have Zelle? Then he told like no, but somehow his interest made me to give that book
to that person, and I took only $4, and I gave him caution like, please make this book in a careful way, do it like little by little, your life like that I preached. All of in that 15 minutes, the two books I am able to donate, and that made me realize that there is so much, so much, so much happiness in this thing, and how Krishna gave me a good realization that I can do this service, and this is the best thing. And that happiness, I felt like I don't want to buy anything shopping or nothing I want to do, nothing gives me this happiness. And that day, after the two books in that 15 minutes, when I am able to distribute, I thought like I can do many more books and I want to do so many. But the realization I got is like, it started well, but later on, after coming back, when I started again looking for neighbors, then so many rejections I got. So many people didn't take anything. In the end, I thought like four books I want to give, two books I'm able to give. Remaining rest of the day, it's very cold and so many people are going. I tried to distribute one of the book, but nothing worked. One book also I didn't. I thought like I want to give these two books and go home. I want to complete four books. I forgot to say it's four books I carried, not two books. Two books got sold, two books it's still in my bag. I felt like after completing these two books only, I want to go home. But because of the bad weather, no one is there. Then I thought, sorry, Krishna, I'm not able to give these two books. I'm taking home. But I realized it's like sometimes it feels like it's good that we will do whatever we like. Sometimes it is also unfavorable, like we'll not be able to do whatever we feel like doing it. But at the end, we need to figure, I mean, I'm unable to say, but sometimes it would be favorable, sometimes it would not be favorable. Whatever we desire, it will not work. We should not be losing our motivation, and we should continue to do whatever we work. Then Krishna will understand like our intention, not like our perfection. And one more thing majorly I want to say is like Mataji told like how we want to search happiness, that question I asked. But slowly if we have these things in our desire, in our mind, if we like, I like chanting, I like kirtan, I like book distribution, if we have that desire in our mind and continue to make our days progresses in spiritual consciousness, Krishna will help us and he will give us happiness in these real things. That's what I want to maybe I'm not eligible to preach, I mean to say, but I just thought like this experience will help to realize that we'll get happiness in these activities. That's it, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lakshmi Mataji. It's very nice example, practical example, and you really pushed yourself for the book distribution, and it's really inspiring. Thank you for sharing.
I just had one thing I'll tell. And my mind is still stuck with that stotram, water, madhyam patu hiranyaksha vaksha. So here the glorification, the only this is again my speculation from what I've learned so far and understood is this glorification. When you want to glorify someone, you it's called hero worship, right? There's something called hero worship. Hero worship is you don't see anything else negative. You see only everything to be positive, even the negative to be positive, and you credit that hero so much so that everything falls to that person achievements. Even he may or may not have done that one. So here's naturally this Nrsimha Kavacha is glorification of Nrsimha Dev. So uh, therefore, whatever every other avatar did, glorification goes to Nrsimha Dev. Like how we as Krishna's devotees, we don't often say Narayana, bringing it to the. But if you see many things that Narayana did and other avatars did, we simply say Krishna killed, Hiranyakashipu. We also say these things sometimes. Uh, Krishna killed. Well, anyway, we understand what I'm trying to say. So we tell like that. Likewise, this could be number one reason. That could be a hero worship where it's being praised that Hiranyaksha was killed by Narasimha. Therefore, I worship Narasimha Dev. That's one thing. Second thing is in Ramayana, no, not Ramayana. Yeah, in Ramayana, Lord Ramachandra took the mood of Narsimhadev when it happened in such a way that Ravana was trying to hit Hanuman with his arrows. So he took the mood of Narsimhadev. That has been mentioned also brought up also by the commentators that Rama became Narsimhadev at that time to protect his devotees, like how Narsimha protected Prahlad, uh, things like that. Even Andal in Tirupavai, she mentions, remembers Narsimhadev also. Simmam, she brings Narsimhadev also. It's just my speculation. Uh, Therefore, we take it in that mood of it's Narsimha who killed Hiranyaksha. That's all my thought on this look. But not to minimize what Lakshmi you said. That you looks like you're going to be a great book distributor in our ISKCON movement for North America.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for your wishes. I'll try. Not a great, but I'll do my thing. At least doing that, not great. At least 1 or 2 books distributing is also, it gives some happiness. Not like we want to do so much, but at least changing one's life. Like how I came to Krishna consciousness. If one Mataji, how she asked me my problem and helped me motivated, my life got changed because of Krishna conscious. Like that, I got to listen from other Mataji. Like she also came because of book distribution only. Then I thought this will help me make betterment in others' journey. That's why I thought I want to do this.
Wonderful.
Thank
Okay.
you, Raj.
Thank you. The 703. Can we wrap up? Shanta Mataji.
Sure, Prabhu.
Also present tomorrow. Who's going to present?
Kantara Prabhu.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Hare Krishna. You all have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you, Shri Krishna.